It's cold, man.
Bro's cold, huh? You ever wear a fresh, new, crisp, plain white tee before? You ever done that?
Last week when I got my long sleeve, yeah. You haven't even watched that.
It's interesting because a long sleeve isn't it? Fuck no. I put it out of the package and I threw it on.
That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta wash them first. They're usually
That's
too
what they
itchy,
say.
you know?
That's what they say. But like, I'm fine with a couple assembly line chemicals. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean that thing's just riddled with.
Oh, it's riddled with toxins. Yeah, just put them in my skin. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
My body's not a temple. It's a fucking alley.
That shirt was just on the open sea.
Alley.
Yeah, that shirt was just out on the open sea for months, dude. And you're just gonna wear it?
Yep.
In a fucking shipping container full of rats with viruses.
Yeah, it's probably got some fucking bubonic
Chinese
plague
family
on it.
Trying to get to the United States.
Yeah.
Pissing, shitting all over themselves in a corner of a shipping container. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Ben gets it.
Shut up, Ben.
Based Ben. We're live. Don't say Merry Christmas, by the way. It's the 18th. Welcome to the Dropshot, a podcast. Episode number 564, the big 564.
Yeah, we've been waiting for 564. Wow.
Yeah. Special day, special ep, special number. Because it's today.
Yeah.
By the way, I already know my camera's out of focus. So you guys don't need to tell me. Don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
We have no viewers or listeners, so hopefully that helps. Anyway, welcome to the show. All right, so today we do have a couple things to get into. I understand it now. Sorry, Ben. Take that back, I guess. I understand it now. Welcome to the show. Yeah. So yeah, we had a couple things happen this week. A lot more. What we're going to talk about today is going to be news and rumors on what's coming up. The Game Awards also happened. We're going to talk about that a little bit, although we kind of already did on Patreon, so we're not going to go into any great detail on that. Not like we would have anyway, to be clear. But yeah, that's sort of what's on the docket. Now, before we get into that, a couple announcements. We did do a bonus episode, and I remember as fuck what it was, as I've written in our notes. Was it Q&A? No. Was it? It was really good.
It was the Game Awards episode last week, wasn't it?
Okay, I think so. We talked about the Game Awards. We talked about our creators a little bit. We talked about Black Budget, I think it's called. PUBG Black Budget.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Which is a real steaming pile of shit, as it turns out. Who would have thought? No one can make an extraction shooter except BSG, who also can't anymore, I guess. It was a good extraction shooter was made one time in the past, and that has now been perverted and gnarled and disgusting, as we see now with Tarkov 1.0. Evidently, on the Tarkov topic, by the way, cheaters have maybe never been worse, according to Desmond.
They all say that every wipe, yeah.
Well, I mean, his whole chat was like, this is insane. And when I hopped in, he was on Ground Zero doing peacekeeping mission. And a guy with an Alton, like, immediately pre-nades him twice. And is the most blatant, obvious aimbotter I've ever seen in a clip. I'm not kidding. Like, he like swings this corner. Desmond is holding it through like a telephone booth window. And the guy instantly all head eyes him. He's just dead. And he was like, dude, this is the most obvious cheater I've ever seen. 300-hour tracksuit, by the way, also, in case it wasn't obvious enough from the clip. Like, it was so blatant and gross. So yeah, Tarkov's a steaming pile of shit, as I've mentioned. So is Black Budget. So we talked about that stuff and more. Patreon.com/thefucking-dropshot. That URL would also work, or you can just say the Dropshot. Ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and bonus episodes as such as that one which is out now for all of our patrons. Also, we will have an episode this Saturday, and that is on Mamas, because for the week of Christmas, we will be taking our holiday break. Unlike Infinity Ward and all of Activision Studios, it is much deserved, and we've been working hard. It will not be a 6-week break. It will be a 1-week break. So
it'll be 1.5 actually, because then we'll also be gone for New Year. So it's a 1.5 week break. Hope that helps.
Yeah, whatever. You guys will figure. It'll be a 10-day break then. Sure, you guys will figure it out. And if you're a patron, you'll have lots of content to fucking tide your bitch ass over. And I would say go spend time with your families and loved ones instead. But many of you are depressed alcoholics who are going to be really struggling to not hop on that ladder, as it were, this holiday season. So you don't have loved ones or a family to celebrate Christmas with. Sorry, but we do. We have loving, kind, warm families to spend the holidays with, and we are going to do that. Hope that helps. Sorry that you don't, which is obvious.
You know who's missing a loved one this holiday season?
Oh no,
Locap's family.
Locap's family,
because he died last July.
He's dead as fuck,
drunk driving his motorcycle.
Yes.
And he got hit by a Chevy Suburban, so.
Yeah.
He's just.
And then his body catapulted into a telephone pole.
Yeah.
To cap off his rather shortened life.
So shout out to Locap's parents. Hope you have a good Christmas.
Terrible stuff for them. Really sad.
Your camera's just awful, man. What's happened to it? Why does it never focus?
It's the battery.
Anymore?
I need to unplug and replug the battery, I think.
What does that have to do with it focusing? Is that really it?
I think so, yeah. Because the last time I did that, it fixed it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough horsepower to focus, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So I guess I'm doing this one incog. Like I said, it doesn't matter and I don't care. So the next time I remember to replug it, I will. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, patreon.com/dropshot. And then also, as a reminder, we are accepting, and in fact, it's not putting it strongly enough, we are expecting Christmas presents. Thedropshot.com, go to the donate link fucking now. We're expecting them. We're demanding them, some would say. And evidently, we've gotten a Christmas gift.
We did.
That's what they're saying. Now, I haven't seen this.
Yeah,
I don't know what this is all about. But
you gave us something.
Evidently, the head mod, Ben G, hit us with a little to start us off.
Says Merry Christmas, but not as merry as last year. And then you put $120 because things were expensive this year. Because we're living in Donald Trump's America and he's ruined our country. Yeah.
Is that what Ben said? That's a verbatim quote from Ben.
Back when Biden was president, man, we were getting 120 from Ben.
Yeah, true. True, yeah. Well, I think we're getting stimmies from DJT, right?
Are we? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what word on the street is or something. So.
Yeah.
Raz, go play outside with your dog during Christmas break. Okay. Anyway,
$16 McChicken. Yeah, he's not.
That's a $16 McChicken. Ben, holy shit, man! Thank you so much. Didn't need to be 120, man. It's fine. Things are expensive. Well, I get it. Would have been better. Yeah. Let me be clear. It would have been better and more appreciated if it were 120. But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
We can do.
It'll do.
It'll certainly do. Ben, that's very generous of you, dude. Thank you very much. Ben G, the ODB, the head mod. The friend of the pod, been here forever.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the motherfuck out of him. The only mod, really, that we have. That's very kind and generous, Ben. Obviously not needed, but very much appreciated, dude. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you as well, King. Thank you very much, man. We could use it, by the way, this year. So, yeah, giga thank you. Very kind of you. And also, Ramin, again, thank you for the super chat, $10.16, fucking based from you. All right. With that out of the way, let's get into the news of the day. And I will be rhyming. Hey. Sorry.
Shut up.
All right.
You like
First,
these? You ever drink
Twitter
these?
attempts to load. What is that?
These are the ones you drink?
No. I drink... I'd show you, but my camera isn't working, so... I drink... I drink kefir. Jake commented on it yesterday, in fact. You know what? Let me try plugging it now. Hold on.
Yeah, it just hasn't been focused once during this whole episode. Crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff.
You should sell it. We should just go camless.
Go camless, yeah. See if that helped.
Dude, did you hear Netflix is like starting to get into podcasts? They just
No.
Have you heard of Barstool Sports?
Yes. Yeah.
They just there are 3 Barstool podcasts that the video version, I guess, is going to be only on Netflix now. You can still listen to audio on the other apps, but the video, I guess, is only available through Netflix. So maybe we could get a Netflix sponsorship, you know?
Oh, yeah,
be the
maybe.
4th podcast to be on
Possible.
there. Could be.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would love that. I didn't unplug the camera, by the way. I unplugged the fucking USB port. So, hold on. Or the battery. You get it.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's in a super convenient, easy to reach spot.
Yeah.
It's not, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's in an inconvenient, hard to reach spot.
Yeah, well, it's a technical device. How's the weather out there, man?
Brisk and perfect.
Any more dustings?
We got a mother fuckload of snow, actually, a couple days ago.
Really?
I don't know if I posted it. I should have. Oh yeah, now the camera's just off, I guess. So that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool, man.
So that's the end of the episode, guys. Oh, man. That's good. I highly recommend these Chobani yogurt drinks, guys.
Is it?
It fills you up for a couple hours.
I'll fill you up for a couple hours.
Late morning snack, whatever it is. Lunch. 20 grams of protein, 170 calories.
That sounds like pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah. No RBST, and I know what that means, so that's good that it doesn't have that. What else we got in here? Monk fruit extract. Wow. Chicory root. What is chicory root fiber?
I don't know. I don't know what that is, man.
Locust bean gum.
I replugged the battery and it just didn't work, so I don't know.
The Fairlife ones. You're talking about it's like drinking chocolate milk, right? I don't know. Those do something weird to my tum-tum. I prefer these yogurt ones right now, but I go through phases of them.
Yeah. All right. I think we're all as set as we're going to be. Okay. First thing on the docket here. Here's a look at the new POI in the upcoming Rebirth Island Refresh, which is launching in February with Warzone Season 2. We have a little video here. So this is the new POI. I don't know what it's called.
Take a peek.
Well, let's take a little peek here.
This is Rebirth Island.
So this is on Rebirth. We got some snow. We have a little dusting of snow. And it looks like we are on the side where control is. So you see the ship there.
Yeah.
This POI is in a good spot because normally what's there is just like one little...
It's a shack.
Basically a shack.
It's usually a shack, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a whole underground portion there too. Nice.
And yeah, so this is good utilization of a part of the map, making it better.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It looks very Rebirth, by the way. Like the inside looks like the inside of a Rebirth. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like they took away anything from the classic Rebirth people like, really. That's cute. Guys with solar panels on the roof too. You a big solar panel guy?
I'm all for renewable energy. If there's one thing people say about me, it's that, man, that guy loves renewable energy because he cares about the earth.
You have solar panels on your house out there?
I don't, but I should. Yeah,
you probably should, huh? Yeah.
The problem is I don't know about where I am now, but in California, they're just so expensive to get installed. So I don't know about here.
Everyone's scammed by them. Yeah, everyone says, "Oh, I don't have to pay my electricity bill this year." Well, paid $55,000 to have the panels installed, so you won't break even for 35 years, and you'll move by then. But yeah, sure, they all get scammed. Yeah.
I will say though, Michael's parents' house, they've had solar panels since like shit, probably 2003.
Oh, those are probably just awful now. Well, I'm sure they've upgraded them.
Well,
right?
dude, they get money every year instead of paying the electric bill because whatever they don't use, they put back into the grid.
Yeah.
So he just has the AC blasting 24/7. It's always perfectly comfortable.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about running like electricity. They get money back instead of paying an electric bill, which in California is a really big expense, actually, especially in the summer if you are running that AC, as you know, obviously.
Yeah.
And now it's been like over 20 years. He might have actually recouped. He might be close. Even if not, it definitely increased the property value either way. So it's pretty cool if you can afford it.
They're just so ugly, man. When is somebody going to figure out a way to make them better looking?
Yeah, they are ugly.
Very, very ugly. On a 2-story house like your neighborhood was, his was 2-story too, right? Or was his one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. But like when you're driving in a neighborhood with 1-story houses and you see them, it's like, it's just ugly. It's really ugly.
Yeah, for sure. It is. You can see them. So, I mean, it's not great there either way, but anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
Anyways, that's Rebirth Island.
So yeah, Rebirth Island.
Snow.
Looks
I'm
like
excited
a cool
to get
POI.
that in springtime.
Yeah. No shit, right? Yeah.
Rather than I will be hopping on and play Easter Rebirth Island with some snow.
Yeah, that's a rouse.
Which will be the day it comes out with snow on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Snow on this.
Cool.
I don't know.
Okay.
He shows you a pine tree. All right. So next up
pretty.
in
pine tree
news,
of snow is pretty, man.
Fallout TV show collab. I hate when people say collab that way.
It's a collaboration.
It's collab. Say it right. Fallout TV show collab with COD for BO7 and Warzone Season 1 Reloaded. Okay. So how realistic is this shit gonna look? Because remember, between maybe even prior to the beta for BO7, they had like shown some skins that you would get if you pre-ordered or bought, rather, I don't know which, the Vault Edition. And people were up in arms about it, saying, oh, this is not like gritty and realistic looking, because everyone at that time was very fed up with the fucking Homer Simpson skins in COD BO6. So then some branch of Activision, basically, or Call of Duty, said, okay, we hear you guys. We're going to like chill on the collabs and stuff, and we're going to keep things grounded and realistic, or like in line with whatever our aesthetic for BO7. We're not going to have Family Guy skins anymore. Or anything of the ilk, rather. And then what we told you guys was, that's cool. We'll see how long that lasts, because it won't be the whole year, obviously. They want to make money. They make money from these collabs because they sell a motherfuckload of skins. And they might even get paid by the IPs that are giving them the rights, although maybe they pay them, I don't know. But either way, they're clearly making money on this. Then they're going to keep doing that. They're not going to not do that because some on Twitter are getting butthurt about dying to Roger from Family Guy in a fucking AT-AT. So hope that helps. And is this the beginning? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what what this collab will entail.
I actually feel like this will kind of fit their world and everything well. Because, I mean, they never said we're going to make realistic skins. They just said they were making them more grounded and not, like, fucking cartoonish and shit. So I think this actually fits really well. I think a Fallout and COD collab is actually, that's a smart one to do.
Fitting.
So the skins look cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think
if the skins look cool. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can see them here, so I think they'll be good. This makes sense. I don't think people will be mad about this one at all.
Okay. Well, we'll see how long it lasts if that's the case. But good. Yeah. Fallout does fit though, because you're right, like nuclear war, nuclear apocalypse, and then obviously they're on Nuketown in their little cinematic trailer for it. So I suppose it is sort of fitting in this case.
The main link between the both of them is both are just awful franchises. You know, Fallout sucks, COD sucks.
Awful franchises that used to be good once. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Fallout was ever good.
I never liked Fallout.
It's kind of overrated, man. Yeah,
I agree. I never liked Fallout, but people did.
The world
used
was
to
cool.
Like it.
Yeah, people loved it. I remember the first one I played. It got boring quickly. I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of just felt like there was nothing to do. That was very clunky.
Elder Scrolls is by far the superior.
world itself is very, very interesting, I think, but the game's too clunky for me because it's made by that game. Who makes the game?
Bethesda.
Yeah, and they just make awful clunky games, like Starfield.
Starfield was really bad.
Shut up!
You got baited so hard by that.
Stupid fuck.
Yeah. So.
Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the most hyped game I've ever been a part of. Maybe.
It was a new Bethesda IP, and they hadn't put one out in fucking like 15 years. It was super hyped, and it was super let down.
Clunky as a game that came out 15 years ago. Yeah.
It's insane. So really bad stuff there. Bethesda fell off. We'll talk a little more about Bethesda today, as a matter of fact. But anyway, that's happening. So cool. Look, if that collab fits, good, but won't last. So telling you now. Anyway, moving on from that. Charlie Intel has made a tweet. According to senior Activision and Xbox representatives, leadership across both teams are completely aligned on investing in the future of Call of Duty and innovating for the community. The Call of Duty team is moving forward with full Xbox support. Further, we were told specifically these claims are not accurate. So this is referring to this Ghost of Hope tweet. And he is a leaker who is probably the most prominent, or at least most prolific these days. That definitely has not always been the case, but all the more relevant leakers don't care about COD anymore. They're gone. So they're leaking things about things that actually matter and people actually care about and are playing. Call of Duty's not one of those things, obviously. So Ghost of Hope has not risen to the top, but the top has just left. And he is what's now the least chaffy of the chaff, I guess. Because he was never very good or reputable. Although he did get some things right, he gets a lot of things wrong. Evidently, this is one such case. Because I can tell you on Mamas, I believe Charlie Intel's intel fucking way more than the Ghost of Hope's on some rumor or leak on the future of COD. So hope that helps. But the what Charlie Intel is referring to, or rather what he's reporting on that the Activision reps are referring to, is this. These claims are not accurate. The claims are as follows. The Ghost of Hope. Microsoft believes BO7 is a good game, but the financial performance is below expectations, which were lowered last year after BO6 fell off a cliff. With the state of the franchise overall, the pressure is now on COD to change its model. Microsoft wants to see Call of Duty overall move towards a smoother revenue stream and a reduced expenditure pattern. Microsoft has also supposedly told higher-ups within COD that changes are required and nothing is off the table, including mergers of studios and a complete rethink of monetization models within the franchise. So according to Activision, senior Activision and Xbox reps, that's cap, basically. So I know you guys have probably, or maybe have rather, seen that tweet from Ghost of Hope. But there you go.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know who's lying, Activision or the Ghost of Hope. It's hard to say.
Good question. Because it does make you wonder, who is the Ghost of Hope's source?
Oh, there's somebody inside Activision now leaking stuff on purpose. That's just wrong. Just to make him look like an idiot. Because they've essentially called him out twice now, actually. This other tweet we're going to go over later. Actually, this next tweet we're going to go over is also calling him out specifically. So
yeah. We'll just talk about that then. Infinity Ward has also tweeted, "Happy holidays, everybody. Wishing our community an awesome holiday season and looking forward to talking soon. Don't say holiday season. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. See you in 2026. This is Infinity Ward calling out the Ghost of Hope as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because Ghost of Hope had tweeted, this is what they were responding to. His tweet was from December 13th. MW4 multiplayer in its current state is currently a complete copy of Modern Warfare 2, except for no perk charging system and less ADS/slide penalties. ...
Yes.
So basically saying
that's also cap is what Infinity Ward is saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying is cap.
So that's good news, kind of, because as Tanner just said, Activision loves to lie to us specifically.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty loves to lie to us specifically. And chief amongst them, the liars and snakes and vermin, subhuman pieces of shit, liars, are Infinity Ward. So Infinity Ward saying, don't believe everything you read on the internet. I will take that advice by disbelieving you specifically, Infinity Ward. Hey, fuck you, dog shit ass, fuck ass company that ruined this fucking franchise, by the way. No one hates Infinity Ward enough, and they are the worst about being dishonest, deceptive, duplicative. So don't believe everything you read. I mean, that could mean that the Ghost of Hope was correct about everything, except in addition to no perk charging system, there's also no backpacks. So then technically, this would be wrong because he left out his exceptions, the Ghost of Hope did. So then Infinity Ward could say, don't believe everything you read, because he was wrong, because we're also not doing backpacks again, but then everything else is the same. So the Ghost of Hope would have been broadly correct in that case with his rumor, but Infinity Ward, being the duplicitous snake rats that they are, can still technically be telling the truth when they say don't believe everything you read on the internet, while obviously being dishonest. So whom do we believe here? I don't know, but I have a real hard time believing Infinity Ward. I also have a fairly hard time believing the Ghost of Hope. They've both demonstrated ineptitude in their respective domains, and in Infinity Ward's case, they've demonstrated in spades a willingness to be dishonest. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe. Here's what I do believe. Irrespective of all of this, Infinity Ward's game will suck balls and sell really well. Hope that helps.
Yeah.
So, and that's on Mamas.
Definitely.
But yeah, hard to believe here. Hard to, or know what to believe, rather. I'll say.
Yeah. I mean, I think Infinity Ward might think their game is going to be different and good, but it won't be. That's kind of the difference here, is like, they're like, don't believe everything you read, which is almost kind of funny on its own to say that, because it's referring to how bad their last main title was. And they're like, oh, don't believe everything you read. Like almost in a way that's like, no, we wouldn't make a game that shit. Like it kind of like gives me that type of vibe, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But interestingly, they would make a game that shit. Yeah.
I think they believe they are being truthful in the idea that they're making a good game, but they won't be making a good game. But they think they are.
They think they are. So they're being honest, but they're wrong is your contention here. Okay, that's fair. That's possible too. Yeah. That's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Because the best case scenario, as I just said, is not that they're being honest and their game will be good. That would be the best case scenario in a parallel universe where Infinity Ward can still make a good Call of Duty game. But that's not, we're not in that universe. We're in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, because they're a dog shit fuck company, and that is on Mamas as well. Yeah. So anyway, but this week, those two rumors came out from Ghost of Hope, and prior to a response from Call of Duty, the internet was abuzz. So we definitely had to talk about this, obviously. And yeah, it's very hard to say. It's early to say. I mean, still BO7's fairly new. But, as we get more info, obviously we will report that to you guys. If we start hearing leaks from people other than the Ghost of Hope, people like Tom Henderson, friend of the pod, people like Charlie Intel, Metaphor, etc., really reputable leakers who have a very good track record. If they start echoing the same sentiments as Ghost of Hope, where it's going to be like largely an MW2 clone or whatever, then you should get real worried. But for now, hold your horses. Don't believe the Ghost of Hope on everything. So yeah, anyway, moving on from that. Charlie Intel's also thrown his 2 cents in on this topic, whilst it was the, news of the day in Call of Duty world. Charlie Intel's personal opinion, he says this: for Infinity Ward's 2026 COD game to be worthwhile and good, they have to have listened to all the feedback from MW2. Movement, gameplay, perk systems, maps, mini-map, post-launch content, etc. We cannot have the same mistakes as MW2 again. Based.
Yeah. I mean, that's an ice cold take, obviously. Yeah.
It is an ice cold, based and obvious take. The reason, yeah, sure.
The game should be better than the last game, which was awful. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yeah. Fair point. But the reason it's exceptional is because Charlie Intel from his Charlie Intel account usually does not tweet this. This is a Keshov tweet from the Charlie Intel Twitter account. He usually doesn't do that.
He's been an Infinity Ward hater for a while. Remember, it was during MW2 when he stopped getting invited to events and calls because he was critical in the game, actually.
Yeah.
So he's been an IDub hater for a while. So yeah. I mean, notice he doesn't say anything about selling in order for the game to do well. He just talks about in order for the game to be good, because yes, it's going to do very, 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 very well.
Right.
And yeah, the game won't be good though, obviously. So that's
cool.
It
won't be good at all. It won't be good at all. But I mean, Keshov here is obviously correct. Yeah. And he hit a lot of the key points about what was wrong with MW2. The movement, yes. The gameplay, that's a little broad of a term, but yes, I'll agree with that. The perk system, I don't even remember the perk system of MW2.
You didn't start with all your perks,
you didn't start with all your perks. God, it was awful. Yeah, I remember that now. Really fucking stupid.
But then at some point they sped it up so much, so it was like 90 seconds into like a hard point match. You had them all or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, what's the point of this at all? Exactly. Yeah, classic IDub fix. You backtrack so hard without going all the way that you might as well have just gone all the way from the start. But whatever. Maps, yep, terrible. Mini map, that's my fucking hobby horse there. I fucking can't.
Yeah, the mini-map was awful.
The mini-map, this is when in the beta, there were no red dots on the mini-map, and everyone was like, put the red dots on the mini-map, and they said, hey, we hear your feedback, and you can go fuck yourself. We're not doing it anyway, and you're going to learn to like it. Hope that helps. That is my fucking, that's my issue there. And so he brought that up, which is based. Post-launch content, don't remember, hated the game. Etc.
Yeah, post-launch content didn't matter anyways.
Right.
Very buggy. That was the other thing. Very, very buggy.
Very buggy stuff.
That was the last very buggy main COD release that we've had, right? For
the
however
one,
you guys personally like or dislike Call of Duty games, that was by far the buggiest one we experienced.
Cold War was probably worse, but this was more recent. Yeah.
That is the last one that was that bad in both Warzone and multiplayer. Major bugs and issues.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be interesting to see if all that comes back when Infinity Ward makes a game again.
Yeah.
Because it's like BO6 and probably BO7, I don't know. They never seemed buggy. They just had like core issues with the game, like the hit reg feeling awful. But I don't really consider that a bug necessarily. But it's like MW2, like Warzone. I mean, how many months into Warzone's life cycle were we when getting having the revive pistol equipped would just full kill you? Months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
And also more months. It's just crazy. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
The maps weren't that bad though. Didn't MW2 actually have decent maps? It did. Better than like BO6, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I think they were.
MW2?
I think they were pretty bad. Were they?
You think? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. And now that I'm like done with COD, I'm actually very excited for the iDub release because it will be shit and I will love to watch it because we've been preying on COD's downfall for a while now. So just watching it continue to tumble downhill, which it will when IDub gets its grubby, disgusting, rat, dishonest hands on it, is going to be deeply gratifying and amusing. So I'm very excited for that now that I will not fucking be playing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Least of all an IDub game, obviously. So anyway. All right, next here is from Charles as well. So Charlie Intel, so like I said, they're a reputable like leaker. So if Charlie Intel's reporting on this,
well, yeah, he knows things.
It's got some merit, some gravitas. And they have heard that Sledgehammer Games' 2027 COD does not take place during the late 90s, early 2000s era, despite some rumors. Per the latest reports, it is a new sub-franchise set in the modern era. Good move. Good move. I think late 90s, early 2000s actually would be fine for a new sub-franchise. I think that's modern enough to where it's not super disjointed to have like, you know, cool attachments. Because like we had lasers and telescopic sights and, you know, bullpups and shit. You know, like modern, you know, innovations in weapons manufacturing in the early 2000s for sure. Probably a lot of guns still in service are from before this time or around it. So, you know, I think this would have been fine. It wouldn't have been as bad as World War II, where we're putting fucking zoom optics and like silencers on PPSHs and grease guns. They're putting a silencer on a grease gun that didn't exist. Like we didn't machine those, you know. It just or lasers like those literally. I don't think it didn't exist at all in World War fucking II, for like guns or anything. So it's not. It wouldn't feel super disjointed to have like the cool and innovative attachments that people like, you know. But I think modern is still probably better. The only concern I would have is like, okay, we're gonna have a modern sub franchise, the Sledgehammer one. We're going to have Modern Warfare, another modern COD franchise. And then we're going to have a slightly futuristic, which is basically modern, sub-franchise with Black Ops. How are we going to distinguish these three? Like, distinguishing the slightly modern from modern, sure. You can do that pretty well. And I think actually Black Ops does feel distinct enough in terms of its, like, setting. Certainly, obviously, in terms of its aesthetic and gameplay and floaty, shitty hit reg feel, definitely feels like its own sub franchise. But how are we going to distinguish Modern Warfare from Sledgehammer's modern game setting? What is that sub franchise going to look like?
Yeah,
because outside of the time, what else is going to differentiate it? Or is it just going to also be modern, but it's just a different dev, so that feels different enough? I think that's actually probably enough, because Sledgehammer games do feel very different than IDub games. I would argue they feel closer to Treyarch games, actually, but without the terrible Treyarch hit reg. But, you know, for a lot of people, that might not be enough. They might want a different timetable or something. If anything, I was talking about this a little on Patreon, but the more I think about it, what they should do, I mean, it's too late now, and they weren't going to listen to me anyway. But what they should do is have Modern Warfare, Black Ops, which is slightly futuristic, and then Sledgehammer go like more futuristic than that. So Sledgehammer has the fucking jetpacks and the laser guns and shit, almost like Halo kind of feel. So then you don't have to deal with like going back in time. You can instead go forward in time and just make shit up. Instead of being like shackled to the fucking, you know, happenstance of the past, you can just make shit up. You know? Yeah. That would, I think, would have been cool, but
I don't think they would do that though, because those games do not do well. I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it is kind of odd that the new sub franchise is in the modern era, which I would prefer, but I don't know how that's going to do for sales, honestly. Yeah. Because one of the leakers actually just retweeted a Charlie Intel tweet from like 2021 or something like that. That said like in an interview Vanguard dev said that, or it was like 2022, I don't know, whenever Vanguard came out. They said that they would be interested in making a Vanguard 2 and 3 because there's more of, like, they have more story to tell. Like, they weren't done with the story, but it's like, obviously at this point, they're not going back to that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're done with that story. That story's over. Close the book, little pup.
But so, yeah, I don't know if you're just doing IDub multiplayer and then Sledgehammer multiplayer or like Modern Era and that work well. I don't know.
I guess we'll see. The only other way conceivably they could differentiate it sufficiently, which I think actually would also be quite a good idea, is like, you know, currently Modern Warfare is, what's the lore? It's like that we have like Russia or like Soviet kind of bloc. We have Middle East. We have the United States, obviously, God bless America, the best country in the world, and it isn't close. And then everyone else is tied for last. And then easily by a mile, by the way. And then the UK. That's kind of like the regions and the players on the field in like the Modern Warfare IDub franchise, right?
Yeah.
So what you could do for Sledgehammer, let's get Asian. Let's get Asian in this bitch. Let's have fucking China, Japan. So Japan would be the good guys because they're a thriving, technocratic, democratic, capitalist powerhouse now. Pretty recently, but good for them. You know, South Korea could be like the good guys. So that's like the US and the UK. And then the bad guys could be like China, commies, obviously. And then, you know, some other like players around in Asia. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Asia is actually a pretty fucking big place. And I'm obviously excluding Russia. I know Russia is in Asia, but you guys know what I mean when I say Asian. That would be cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Especially if you like center it on Japan, because like I could see a problem if your like main character cast or whatever is, you know, Korean, because the most of your player base are white men and they want to like, you know, they want representation. This is one of those SJW terms that's been co-opted and perverted, but I do think they do have a kernel of good truth and good points that they've way fucking blown out of proportion. But one of those things is representation. I think that actually is important in video games, and I think it is very hard for people to like, I don't know, really connect with like a main character or like a cast of main characters, right? Who are just totally different than them. So if like, you know, if it's, I don't know, at least it is for me. Like I can't play like a Tomb Raider game because I'm not Lara Croft. I don't get it. Yeah. I can't connect with it, you know? So like, if you did make a game about like a bunch of Korean guys or like the fucking main story or in there all the operators or whatever, I could see how you're like kind of pushing out a bunch of white dudes because that's most of your player base. Not that they're fucking racist or anything, but like, you know, you can't connect with them. You can't get it as much anyway. But if you'd centered it on Japan, no one loves the Japanese more than white dudes, actually. They're fucking cool, dude. They're cool. Yeah. They're fucking home of the samurai, the cherry blossoms, beautiful country, beautiful architecture. You get the fucking, your melee weapons or your fucking wakazashis and tontos and shit. You can overcome that and capture a bunch of like, you know, your Asian gaming community. I don't know. So
you have this idea in your head because this has already been rumored for like a year and we've talked about it. The next IDub game is okay. Because the next IDub game is supposed to take place in Korea, South Korea, something like that. So that's why this is in your head. So it is going to be that way, basically, except it's with Korea.
Supposedly. Oh, is it Korea?
The rumors are. Yes, it's Korea.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's been.
Oh, interesting.
For a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I assume those are true because I was
going to bring that up.
A lot of those rumors. So yeah, you know, you might be onto something there.
Yeah.
But, you know, Korea, Japan, China, they're all the same country at the end of the day.
Stop. I denounce that statement. Yeah, but like again, yeah, and that's what I was going to bring up is it was the rumor was Sledgehammer was going to be like there's going to be a lot of melee combat and there's going to be like some Asian shit going on basically. So I'm just kind of extrapolating what would be a good idea based on those rumors. And I think that would be really cool. Japan, South Korea, obviously South Korea, and then like North Korea, China are like the bad guys in that story or whatever, you know. And then pick some other communist regimes floating around in Southeast Asia. I'm sure there are some. And maybe the story could be about fucking China v. Taiwan. You know? That's germane, right? It's topical.
Yeah.
So that could be cool. But I guess we'll see, obviously. But anyway, moving on from that. Back to BO7. The Call of Duty franchise, reports Charles Intelligence, experienced a double-digit percentage full game dollar sales decline when compared to November of 2024, so last year, in the United States, per Circana, comparing BO7 to the launch of BO6. Double-digit is a lot. That's a minimum of 10%.
That's a double digit, yeah. 10.
And up to 99%. My guess is the number would be somewhere in the middle of those two, actually. In between them, rather. Betwixt them, some would say. We've talked about this a lot, I think more on Patreon than anywhere, patreon.com/thedropshot. But I'm the guy who's not surprised by this at all. And you could say, oh, well, this is just a Game Pass issue. And you would be fucking wrong, because Game Pass was already a thing for COD BO6. So we are really comparing like to like and apples to apples here. So despite Game Pass being in the mix and Steam being in the mix, Steam wouldn't be relevant. Despite Game Pass being in the mix for BO6 November 2024 launch and BO7 November 2025 launch, the sales still dropped double-digit percentage, which is bad news. Which is also quite weird. It's not weird, but you might think at first blush that it's weird, because BO7 is a better launch than BO6. It's a better game than BO6. It's more robust of a game than BO6 with wall jumping. It's arguably more polished than BO6. The maps are certainly way better than BO6. They also removed SBMM or somewhat, which is what people wanted, which is better than BO6. They keep lobbies together. They did the aim assist nerf. So like has kind of everything going for it, yet it sold less than BO6 did. Now, why is that? Yeah. We went over that a lot on Patreon, so we're not going to...
We talked about it for an hour, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to belabor that point. But basically, fatigue is the short of it.
Good games being out. Unlucky timing for them.
Yeah, right.
And like Ramin's saying in chat, but it's the best COD in the last 5 years, according to JGod. Yeah, and obviously probably everyone has said that. It might be, but you aren't playing it for what reason? I don't think you've played it at all, Ramin, because of the title of it. It's a Black Ops Treyarch game. That's basically why I'm not playing it too. So
right,
that's just how some people feel. It might be the best one. It looks good, honestly, but it doesn't interest me. So that's how you are, and a lot of other people. So the game can be really good and not sell well. They don't have any sort of correlation at all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah. Oops. Turns out you can only shit on your player base so much before they get fed up, and then the improvements are too little and too late. Speaking of which, we have another thing from Charles Intel here. BO7 was the best-selling game in the United States for the month of November. It's the 18th consecutive year COD's been number one in its launch month. However, BO7 was only the number 7 best-selling game of the year, one of the lowest ranks for COD.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he does point out this correction, the best-selling chart of the year is through November 29th. Obviously, it wasn't going to be till the end of the year, but I wonder what that'll actually end at when the year's fully over. If COD could break in, if Black Ops 7 could break into the top 3. I mean, it probably can with an extra month.
Probably the top
what
three.
else would it surpass? Madden, EA Sports College Football, Borderlands 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, NBA 2K, and BF6. So it actually could end up being number 2 on the year once it's all said and done. Because nobody else is buying Madden or college football at this time, right?
I feel like Madden
for like 6 months.
I actually feel like a lot of those, because you're probably thinking, which I am as well, they're going to get a lot more sales through the holiday season. But
Madden came out in August. Okay.
I think that's going to be super true, and maybe even more true for Madden and 2K26, and maybe even college football. Maybe. I feel like those games probably sell super fucking well during the holidays. Games
used to always go on sale. You could buy them for your 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they used to always go on sale for like $29.99. Maybe it's $39.99 now, but that's when every year I would go to visit family for Thanksgiving, and I'd buy all of those type of games because they were always 50% off right around the holidays. So yeah, you might be right. Because I didn't care that much, so I would wait and buy those type of games, NBA, MLB, when they were on sale.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it'll probably end up top 3 still, I would expect.
If we really cared to, which we obviously don't, we would compare the November rankings to the yearly rankings of like BO6 to see how much it would move up. And that would give you a pretty good idea, but we don't care and it doesn't matter. And we didn't ask, and this game sucks and the franchise sucks. So hopefully that helps. Now another thing here, we're going to do another victory lap as we are wont to do, as we often do, as we are often required to do, as dignity demands we often do, because we are right so goddamn often, we have to remind you. Huskers put out a fun and exciting little tweet. So as you guys know, Huskers, supposedly retired from COD to throw his lot in with Battlefield RedSec, the BR. And we immediately told you guys this is a poor idea. They should not do this because that game will suck balls. Mm-hmm. And you guys can go watch those episodes. We knew it fucking immediately. We knew it before RedSec came out. In fact, we knew it before we even saw gameplay of Battlefield RedSec because we have brains at work. Huskers, not so much, I guess, nor Breadman, nor Iceman Isaac, nor anyone else who was coping and saying they're going full-time RedSec saw this coming somehow. Yet we did, and we don't even play Battlefield. What did Huskers say yesterday? At a loss for what to play on stream right now. I fully committed to RedSec because I believed in the game and thought there was a hope for a strong comp scene. But that only left me very disappointed with how things have gone. I just played Arc Raiders for the first time and I love it, but my viewership is literally half of what it is on RedSec, and I feel like I missed the opportunity to gain a following on Arc Raiders because I've been spending so much time on RedSec. Disappointed emoji.
Ta-ta there, retard.
Yeah, he's a real dumb fuck, man.
That's a misplay.
Yeah.
That's a misplay. And we could have told you this. And we did tell you this,
Breadman's
actually.
all of his last streams for the last week, he's been on Warzone. So, I mean, yeah, don't have faith in RedSec, guys.
Stop.
And that was obvious, but they're coping. They just so badly want a different game to play, but there's nothing else that fits what they want to play where they can actually get viewership.
Right.
You know where it might be? Why haven't they tried Tarkov? Honestly, both of them are good K-Band players. Why have they not tried streaming Tarkov?
I agree.
That just now hit me. That could actually be a game where they do well, maybe.
I think they
Breadman,
do very well.
I feel like fits that game maybe a little bit better. Huskers might be too
chimp
ADHD for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, why have they never played it?
Good question.
Especially because of like their friends and stuff. You know, like Huskers is friends with Metaphor. Probably kind of knows Desmond in some way. I would think it's very weird. They should. Really
I think it's because that. Well, I don't know why they didn't do it, but one reason it would be potentially a bad idea is because Tarkov streamers lose a lot of their viewership come late wipe. So
yeah.
Whereas with Warzone, there's kind of always a new season or whatever. Although you also the past like 3 years, you lose a lot of viewership as the year goes on with Warzone too. So
yeah, he's kind of just unfortunately put himself in a really bad position because like he's playing. He said he started Arc late, so that's not going to do as well for him. I mean, if he tried Tarkov, he could just go back to Warzone and still get viewers. Maybe that's his thought, is that with the viewership that he's gotten from Warzone, he probably thinks that wouldn't translate to Tarkov maybe as well, which makes sense to a degree, but I just think his audience, generally K-BAM players, they are just more interested in a game like Tarkov than like controller COD players are. Like controller COD players have zero fucking interest in any game like Tarkov, but somebody watching a sweaty K-BAM Call of Duty streamer probably like playing those harder K-BAM only games. So I feel like he'd do well. I don't know why these guys haven't tried it. Kind of pisses me off, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe Ark will, have him think about Tarkov a bit.
I guess it's
Tarkov
possible.
puts you to sleep as if you're, because you're a COD retard, Ramin. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is Huskers has that audience, though, that K-BAM sweaty audience that I think might find it interesting, actually.
I think they would like it a lot.
Because once you understand the game, there's no better video game to watch streams of.
Yeah.
I haven't played Tarkov in a year and a half, and it's the only game I watch streams of.
Yeah. Problem with Tarkov, though, is there are so many cheaters, evidently. And it's also a shitty game, so maybe not.
It's also a bad game, that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's also
hella loose.
He should work in an office, I guess.
You think? Yeah.
Because there are no good games to play. Hell Let Loose, yeah, surely. No one streams that game. Like, when I was playing it more, I'd like try and watch Twitch streams of it. The highest viewer would be like 50 viewers or something, which is good, but I mean, for a game, it's not. For your highest streamed game, or streamer of your game, it's not. It's really bad, actually. So I don't know. Anyway, so Huskers, we told you so. We could have told you that. Sucks for him, though. I do feel for the guy, but like, just don't have faith in that. So obviously, and now just one of my little pet issues here. Couple topics on the Game Awards. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic game director reassures fans that the game will be out before 2030. So we talked about the Game Awards. We talked about Fate of the Old Republic. This is a spiritual successor to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, developed by Obsidian Entertainment in 2003, I want to say. Maybe 2005, actually. One of those two. Phenomenal, sensational game, in my top 3 games of all time.
We didn't ask for your top 3.
Didn't ask that you get it. Instead of getting a KOTOR 3, though, because you might notice 2003 or 5 is 20 years ago plus, we got Star Wars The Old Republic, which is an MMORPG that was not good, even though I have, probably 5,000 hours in it. And that also came out in 2013. So it's been a while since we've set foot in the Old Republic. And there was a trailer for this, Fate of the Old Republic, at the Game Awards. And there were rumors floating around that the game will be out at the earliest at 2030. But the fuck-ass game director, Casey Hudson, he's cool. He said, don't worry about the rumors. The game will be out before 2030. Fucking based. That means December 31st, 2029 at 11:59 p.m. and 59 seconds, probably, knowing my luck. But still, better than after 2030. So, God bless.
Oh, I would prefer it never release. What are the odds it just doesn't come out?
Pretty high.
Didn't they just cancel another Star Wars game in the last year? Or am I just thinking of something else?
They'd be canceling. Yeah, they'd be canceling.
Games get canceled.
They'd be canceling. Yeah. Hopefully we get some KOTOR remakes, because KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2 now are supposedly getting remade. So if we get those to come out to tide my bitch ass over until Fate of the Old Republic comes out, provided I can create a character, obviously, I will be very fucking pleased. I will be very fucking pleased. I'm
just completely autistic. Yeah, it's insane.
So that's great news, and I'm only sharing that for myself.
Man, I'm telling you. What's the Sims up to? It might be time for my yearly.
They probably released their 800,000th DLC for the same
and
Sims
they're all
game.
good, dude. Latest DLC. Let's see what DLCs they have out lately.
Lots.
Adventure awaits. Oh, what is this one? Outdoor adventure, relaxation, and new hobbies. Oh, it features diving boards, water slides, spin bites, paper craft, entomology.
Paper craft? Origami?
What is What is entomology? I've heard
The
that
study
word.
of insects.
Okay.
That's the study of
Kayaking, a
insects.
new world quest, a park worker career. Oh, what, you like work at like an amusement park or something?
Be a game warden.
Nice, man.
Find people for not having their tags. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta shit my pants. We're gonna have to wrap this up here, buddy.
All right. Well, we got one more thing, and then you can go shit in your toilet.
I've just been farting in this chair.
You just stay farting, huh?
Through it.
So as we told you guys, Bethesda, one more topic on that. Todd Howard, that's a Todd Howard.
I don't
on the Elder Scrolls 6
since he made Starfield, by the way.
Yeah, Todd Howard has been getting fucking lambasted a lot since Starfield. And before, honestly, but especially since Starfield. He is the owner, head, whatever, of Bethesda, and Elder Scrolls 6 has been rumored, or announced rather, for years. And for context, Elder Scrolls 5 came out in, I want to say, 2010. So it has been 15 fucking years of Skyrim re-releases at full price. It's really bad stuff. By the way, my friend is working on a mod team where they're using AI to have conversations over voice with NPCs. So he showed me, he walked up to the Jarl and was like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?" And the Jarl, like, with like his voice, it uses AI to come up with a response to what you literally spoke into your mic and in the voice of that NPC. It is fucking super cool. So you'd be like, "Hey, Jarl, do you have a healing potion for me?" And he'll be like, "Oh, yes, Kakarot. Here," because that's the guy's name. He can say it. "Here's a healing potion for you," and he'll like give you one. It's fucking really cool. Really cool stuff. Anyway, that's how far we've come on the old Elder Scrolls game. That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
We're using AI fucking mods now. So here's on Elder Scrolls 6, which everyone wants to come out. It's progressing really well. The majority of the studio is working on Elder Scrolls 6, but I'll say this, we always overlap. So we're very used to overlapping development, and we have long pre-productions on things so that we feel good about them. Meanwhile, Starfield exists. And it's a process. We all wish it went a little bit faster, or a lot faster, but it's a process that we want to get right. Don't expect the Elder Scrolls 6 in 2026 or 2027, is what I'm hearing from this.
Yeah, it's coming at the end of 2029.
Yeah. This is going to have a longer development cycle than Grand Theft Auto 6. Or maybe it already does. So, yeah, obviously. Because they can keep milking money without it. They just keep releasing fucking DLCs.
Yeah.
Buy the Sword of Dick Suck for $199.
So do you think it's going to be bad after the Starfield launch? Do you think that is a bad sign for how the new Elder Scrolls will be? Or
I don't think
do they
so.
not have? No? Okay.
I think Elder Scrolls 6 will be really good. Because they're going to stick to the same formula, which worked. They're not going to get too crazy with the formula. Make another Elder Scrolls game. Make it about the size of Skyrim, but updated. So like the graphics are better. The mechanics are better. There's some new spells. But you still have all the NPCs and the open world shit and the same stealing mechanics and shit. And it'll be fucking nuts and super fun, and I'll buy the fuck out of it, and it'll be really good. That would be my guess. Yeah. I don't believe in the company to make a good IP again, at least until Todd Howard gets fired. But a new Elder Scrolls 6, an existing IP building on it, I think it'll be fucking bonkers, actually. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But
okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. So.
Yeah, it's just Starfield was so bad, but you think, I mean, if Elder Scrolls doesn't launch well, that's the end of Bethesda, right?
Easily,
yes. Just go under at that point, yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Because at that point, when would have been the last time they made a good game? 2 decades ago.
Skyrim, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah they're dead.
So,
it's a DOA company.
Yeah. Yeah, the fate of the company would rest on this, because they would lose all credibility. Yeah. And I think they'll do a good job. But, yeah. So anyway, but point is, don't expect it anytime soon. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Other than that, that's it as fuck. Tanner needs to go shit his pants. So we'll be back on Saturday with a fun and exciting episode. Ben, thank you again very much for the Christmas present, big dog. We love and appreciate you. Patreon.com/Dropshot. Best way to support the show. You can go to dropshot.com, give us a little Christmas present as well. Be like Ben. We appreciate that. And then Ramin, again,
BLB,
thank you for the super chat. Say. That's what we always say, BLB. BLODB. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, see you guys on Saturday. Love you. Appreciate you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.